We are talking this week, welcome back, we are talking this week about tribes. You're going to have to cut this really bad. I have to sneeze. I can't.
Do the sneeze. Do the sneeze. Do the sneeze. Do it.
Oh,
do
God,
it.
that's
Do it.
bad.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do the sneeze. Do the sneeze.
It didn't come, I just lost it. Whatever. It's going to come at the most inappropriate time.
I hate when you lose it. You're on the edge of it, you're like, and then like the burns and it's like,
Nothing.
ah.
Watch the first video, you know that I just trapped Jonathan, and now he gets to tell how he found his tribe. What we're talking about this week is finding your tribe, fighting that thing that we all fight, that soul deep loneliness when you feel like I'm in a room full of 1 million people, but not one of them understand me. Not one of them actually see who I am. My story was in the cheaper one. Jonathan, that's the real money. Give it to us. How did you find your tribe?
All right. So in order to even tell you how I found my tribe, I need to give you a little backstory. So you're gonna get a little bit of biography. All right. So I grew up in the deep, dirty South.
Oh.
I mean, deep, dirty South, as in there were more churches than there were educational schools. Okay, like deep, dirty South. We went to vacation Bible school every single week during the summer at a different church, okay? That kind of deep,
That's a
dirty
common
South.
That's a common practice here. We're not hating on Christians. We're not hating on VBS. I taught VBS for 10 years.
It's just, that's the type that come from, right? I also spent a lot of time with my grandmother growing up, my grandmother was born during the Great Depression.
Okay.
And she had the peace that she deserves now. And we're going to leave that one open there. And she was very much, if you are showing shoulder, you are going to hell. You're sinning. Okay, so that's
where her line was.
That's where her line was. That's the programming I come from.
Let me see your shoulder. I can't help it, guys. I can't help it.
Want the one with the tattoo?
Sinner! Just kidding.
I'll wait until you see me take my shirt off.
I like your shoulders. I like that you're comfortable with your shoulders. It takes a lot of work to deprogram.
It does. It does. So that's what I came from. Never really felt comfortable in that. That led to an experience in Tampa. There was a little shop down in Tampa. It's supposed to be a psychic shop, right? And I got dragged into it by my mother-in-law at the time. Yes, you heard that right. Dragged into that by my mother-in-law at the time.
Dragged in.
Yes.
So sometimes meeting your tribe, the story starts way back there.
Yes.
Doing something you absolutely don't fucking want to do.
Yes.
Like, take me to I don't even know. Like a horror movie convention? I don't know. That would be something I would have to be dragged to. No, I'd have fun there. Whatever. Anyways,
so I get dragged into this store, right? And immediately as I walk in, open the door, cross the threshold into this store, everything in me is freaking out. And I mean, like, I am almost in full-blown anxiety, panic attack walking into that store. I am freaked out. The hair on the back of my neck is standing up. I can't get comfortable. I am in full-on fight or flight mode. Now, the people in the store were extremely nice. They were very polite. I walked around. I could not get comfortable in that store. Like, I've never walked into a place since then or before that where I have ever walked into it and been like, oh shit, I need out of here, I need out of here, I need out of here. And I get claustrophobic very easy. And this was not a tiny store by any stretch of imagination. Any stretch of imagination. When I left that store, and was talking at work the next day, at my job down there, with one of my coworkers. God bless Miss Judy, I love her. I hope she's doing well out there. As a matter of fact, I know she's still doing well out there because she's still running one of the foundations out there. I was explaining to her my reaction to that store. And we were talking about it, and she's like, I have something for you. I'll bring it to work the next day. So the next day, she brings me this necklace of black tourmaline for me to wear.
Tourmaline?
Tourmaline, that one, whatever it is. That word. It was black protective rock, okay?
I love your knowledge of rocks.
Clobbering rock, protective rock, calm rock. I don't need to know more beyond that because it's not necessarily what
That's not for you.
Yeah, it's not for me. It's not what I need in this lifetime.
That's okay.
I don't need those labels. Anyway, when she brought that in, I was still feeling the residual from that still. And this is over 48 hours later since I've been in this place, right? And
they had moldavite in there. P.S. Avoid moldavite. Guys, you don't need it. Just stay the fuck away from it.
I don't know if moldavite was still the thing back in like 2000.
Moldavite's always been a thing. It's space glass.
Okay.
It's creation energy. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, okay. So, and we got to talking about third eyes, right? So she had me look.
He has 3 eyes?
Yes, 3 eyes. She brought me the necklace and we were sitting there talking, she had me look at her forehead. Mm-hmm. And she told me to just sit here. And the way we did it was she had me sit still and relax. Because we were in her office.
Big deep breath. All the way down your spine. You feel better.
And then she had me look right here in the center of her forehead. She had me focus on her nose, but try to see the center of her forehead at the same time.
So like one of those posters?
Yes. The whole
Where
point
you have to kind of relax your eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
The whole point of that was for me to relax.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, do you see that little squiggle there? And I was like, I can't. And she's like, that same little squiggle is on you. That is your third eye. It is wide open.
Ooh, painful not to blink.
Yes. She's like, so
that's why you were spazzed the fuck out.
Yes. Walking into that place, the reason why I spazzed out as bad as I did was because it was wide open and there was probably something in there that I really did not need to be into at that point.
Right.
And which is something that's very valid. There are spaces out there that get into things that other people do not.
For where you're at in the time.
Yes.
Not that it's not for you, not that it's never going to be for you.
But just where you're at in your timeline or your awakening or wherever you want to consider it may not be where you need to be right then and there.
That may not be the tool for right now. And if you get that uncomfortable, I'm going to hurl sensation, probably not for you right now.
Yeah. If you walk into a place and you feel like you are a trapped dog in a corner with your hackles up, just turn around and walk out. It's okay. It's not where you need to be right now. But
Okay.
Talking to Miss Judy that day and talking about the third eye led to when I eventually moved from Tampa up here to Carolinas. Left my ex, got rid of all that there. Wild, tumultuous. He became very much a holy roller. Bible thumper holy roller is my ex now. Yes. Side notes aside there. And I was
driving. For those of
driving.
you who read the Bible religiously,
Yes.
for those of you who identify as Christian, that last sentence was going to be a trigger. I'm sorry that we're triggering you, but the good news is that we are working through our own traumas, and you get to be front and center for it.
Yes. The type of people who I consider Bible thumpers are a trigger for me because they use their religious texts as a way...
As a weapon.
Yes. And not as in a, oh, I love you kind of way. They don't use it in what I consider the true teachings of Jesus, which was to basically love one another. They use it as, oh, you're different from me. Let me beat you down with it. And call it love.
I think we've all had that experience where someone buys into the hierarchy of things and judges and hurts you based on the fact that you sin differently than them.
Yes.
So, as we move through this, those triggers, you're going to see our triggers. This one, at this point, isn't one of mine. So, I'm sitting over here with you, watching poor Jonathan struggle through his trigger to tell his story.
Yes.
So, send him love. He's going to need love this week after seeing this, or after saying this.
And everyone has their own triggers throughout this journey, and it will be one of those things. We will all have our triggers.
I have a ton of them.
Yes. So that led to, once I ended up here in the Carolinas, got rid of the ex, and was with my current partner. We were driving alone to Boiling Springs. And we normally don't go to Boiling Springs because we lived on the side of our city where there's the Target, and we just didn't go that way. So, because there was nothing, we just didn't, right?
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah.
We don't go to Boiling
We just
Springs.
didn't go to Boiling Springs. And we passed by this little shop, right? Made a turn, passed by this little shop, and I was like, hey, that said, do you want to go there?
That little shop's the Quirky Lotus. I can't stop saying it. That was the original site of the Quirky Lotus.
Yes, that was the site of the original Quirky Lotus.
It used to be in a little tiny house, and
Yes.
it was wonderful. The new shop's like 4 times the size, and still amazing.
Yes.
And allows us to have the wellness
So we
center.
pulled a U-turn at that point and went
You
back.
U-turned?
Yes, she U-turned. She U-turned.
I love it.
My wife has issues with letting go of control while driving the car, and I'm perfectly okay with that. So
I have that issue.
I'm
I have
okay
that
with
issue. I don't want
that's
anybody to drive me.
That's not something I need to worry about, kind of thing. That's not a thing for me. So pull the U-turn, we pull in, and that led to me rabbit holing with Taven, meeting Tara Lynn and Chase at the beginning of their journey with her as well.
I just found out from my notes. I was rereading my journals, my magic journals, and came across a note from one day that I was taking care of the shop for tea, and a lady came in asking for my friends, asking for incense, and I suggested my friend's sense of magic. I suggested her hand blended incense. I was like, you're really gonna love the ritual. So I have TL's name and phone number from way back in the beginning. And I keep forgetting to tell her that we met before we became tribe. She's one of my favorite people.
Yes. And so going through my sessions there with her, and then convinced Jess to start doing sessions with her back at the old shop too.
Yeah. The old shop had a ton of magic in it.
Yes. Ooh, the magic in that old shop. And stepping out of my comfort zone and finding my programming for that and enjoying my journey
We met there.
Yes.
That's where we met.
Yes.
I didn't realize that. Oh, I remember the exact day we met.
Okay.
There's a reason for the RBF that he just happened to walk in on. So the RBF was super valid that day.
Like I said, I saw it, went, okay, we're good. I'm just coming to my own thing. I always do that.
Taven's a fucking trigger, man. Taven, her whole being, her soul contract is to shove you right off of the edge.
That was feet on me.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
There was feet.
I touched you with my feet.
It was feet. It was feet. It was feet. It was feet. Okay. Feet are gross, y'all. Okay. I like having mine rubbed. No. I like having mine rubbed, but it was feet.
Did I actually touch you with my feet or just mime touching you?
No, I felt you on my elbow.
Oh shit, sorry dude.
You're good. Anyway, that led to me eventually stepping into it more into the QL and more in finding my tribe. It just took me time because I had to balance learning about who I am with all of my muggle responsibilities.
Integration time.
Yes. Which for everybody can be an entirely however long it needs to take.
It's a big deal, and I think now's a good time to talk about leaving time for integration. Awakening's a big ass deal, and it's a lot, but give yourself time to breathe into it, to let it settle into you. there's no right or wrong way to do this. Each way is individually carved out for you. So if it takes a month, that's really freaking fast. And
if it takes 10
I would
years,
worry about you and like want to hold your hand and be like, how, and I would also like look at you with cow eyes like, how the fuck did you do that? But if it also takes 10 years, I'd be like, that's badass. So you're fully integrated, you took it slow. Like, I wasn't able to do that. Mine wasn't a month, not even by a long shot.
Mine was start all these years ago, freak yourself out, go back and hide because you don't want to deal with this right now because you've got too much on the muggle side. Then just resurface from that and go, life's okay right now. Hey, that looks cool. Here we go the fuck again.
So Spirit understood your headspace at the time.
Yes.
And just reminded you. Spirit's like that.
Yeah.
Just remind you, hey, you got stuff to do over here.
Yes.
Bringing us back to how do you find your tribe? For us, it was one person, his ex-mother-in-law, my friend Mike, who led us to the QL. And for us, that was the start of the snowball of finding our tribe.
Yeah.
Now our tribe, as it grows by leaps and bounds, we have festivals, we have a wellness center.
Yes.
I get to spread love to a shitload of people as often as I want to, and I know that there are a ton of people who will be there if I needed someone. If I'm like, hey, I'm in a space today, I need super self-care, and that includes, I don't know, chocolate covered something, and
I got you covered there. I'll go pick you up some chocolate. You want some chocolate covered strawberries? I get you some chocolate covered strawberries.
I'm generally not a chocolate person. I'm a salty person, but sometimes for self-care you need to go out of your realm of possibilities. My tribe, if we needed them, they're there. They're there when we don't need them. They're there at 3:00 in the morning when somebody else reaches out and they're like, hey, I'm fucked in this moment. Who's up?
They were there when I lost my brother to suicide. They were there when I went through the whole deal with my mom needing to move in with us in order to keep her off the streets, but no choice of her own in that aspect. They have been there for me in some of the darkest and brightest times of my life.
Tribe is family, your soul family. They're there for everything. You don't get to pick, you don't get a choice in who your meat suit family is, but your soul family are waiting for you. They have been waiting for you their entire lives, and there is a U-shaped puzzle piece that isn't going to be filled by any other human. They're waiting for you. So ways to engage, look for opportunities.
Yes.
And if that doesn't work, Google. Uncle Google knows everything. YouTube.
Facebook. I use
Snapchat, Insta.
Yes. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
Events in your area.
Yes.
Look. So what are some search terms you've used?
In terms of finding tribes and stuff?
In terms of meeting people, finding those opportunities where you can meet people who are
I have
there.
used terms like, for me, when I first started, I was exploring druidry. I used paganism. I used spiritualism.
Pagan, Pagan.
Yes.
Pagan events near me.
Pagan events near me. I use...
That's a Google search term, and it works.
Yes.
There are a big-ass community of pagans all over this country and all countries. I'm in America, we sit in America, but that doesn't mean that I'm not connected with a pagan tribe, I'll call them, out of multiple different countries. Like, our world is small. It's easily connected. I have a friend of ours who runs a complete coven out of Zoom meetings.
Yes.
She runs her coven out of Patreon, does
Yes.
Zoom meetings, and they
Yes.
do rituals together. Like, where you sit has nothing to do with where your tribe is.
Mm-hmm.
And she would argue, as their high priestess, that her relationships are no less strong with those people for not having occupied the same physical space.
And it's
Energetic
okay
space
too.
is energetic space.
Exactly. And it's okay too if your tribe or the person that you connect with to start you on your journey to find your tribe is not in the same country as you. If you connect with someone in England and you're bonding over your love of Doctor Who, right? And that leads to you finding more of your tribe, then so be it.
Connect with someone in Sri
Yes.
Lanka. What
Yes.
are they talking about with the chakra systems that they use? What are their traditions that fascinate you? What's that hook?
Yes.
What's that hook to do the energetic cord to draw you together? Where is that? It can be anywhere. Google witches of TikTok. There's a bunch of shit on there, and it's overwhelming for old people like me. I'm 42, I think. I'm 40 something. I could be 40,
She
40,
don't look
50.
it. She
I don't
yeah.
care.
She
I
don't like that.
don't pay attention. I'm 40 something, and witches of Insta and witches of TikTok gets really overwhelming, but there are some that I follow, and they're no less my tribe. We reach out, we talk, we engage with one another, and we strengthen those energetic cords around us. We strengthen and raise our vibrations together. So it's hard as shit to do this by yourself.
It really
You don't
is.
have to. Finding tribes saved me.
Yes.
Saved me. So what else?
What else? For finding tribe?
The next pagan holiday I think that's coming up is Imbolc. But there are Sabbath rituals, there are festivals happening. Festival season generally starts March-ish, because here it's warm early. So starts March-ish and runs. I think ours is the last one in our area. We have Samhain Festival. So we have one in May coming up, Quirky Fest 2022, the weekend of May 13th, because
Yep.
it's my good girl's birthday, and we're having an Alice in Wonderland tea party led by
Yes.
this amazing dude. Super amazing. He's got the perfect energy for this, but we're gonna hijack it and also have it be a 2-year-old's perfect birthday party, because everybody she loves is already there.
Yes.
If you're close, if you're far, if you're not doing shit that weekend, make plans.
Yes.
Come to South Carolina. We have this sanctuary that we go to, and we play for days.
Yes.
4 days, generally 3-4 days.
Yes.
And we play, and we get to be around our people.
Yes.
It's just us. It's a camping experience, and it's just us. We don't have to wear masks, and we don't have to. We get to be vulnerable and work our magic in the best ways with all of you. And we want you to come join us. Find your tribe. Even if you haven't connected with anybody locally, come on down to South Carolina.
Yes.
I have a big ass hug for you. That one may not hug. Not if you start with your feet. Just saying.
Yeah. No,
But-
if you start with your feet, I'm done. We're not.
It's
I
super
can't.
fun.
I can't. I will fist bump you at that point.
You'll fist bump a foot?
I fist bump because then I'll go wash. Just can't.
I'm sure that there are events no matter where you're at.
Yes.
There are witches gatherings, and generally witch is kind of an all-encompassing term in that space, unless
Yes.
they say Wicca. Unless they say Wicca, they're not actually talking about the religion of Wicca. If they say witch, they're talking about the general overarching magical being.
Yes.
If they say pagan, that's general overarching.
Overall, yes.
They'll take you no matter
Yes.
what portion of what you believe, whether you're into Asatru or Christianity or pretty much anything. What you believe is what you believe, and that's what goes.
Yep.
We have Pagan Pride, which is now Carolina Pagans with a Purpose. Yeah, I'm actually wearing my shirt. Funny. Carolina Pagans with a Purpose. That is my most favorite event ever with the big community because I just get to be with them.
Yes.
I get to be with them and share in the love and share in the work that they've all done and put in my share of work.
Yes.
They deserve my share of work to be done too. So there's work to be done to build our communities, and you can get plugged in. Everybody has 15 minutes. Everybody has time to say, hey, this is mine. I have a place here, and I'm willing to get skin in the game. I'm willing to empty trash cans for 15 minutes. I'm willing to help with parking. I'm willing to help with bringing water to our speakers.
Yes.
That's the easiest way to get involved when you don't know anybody. You reach out to the board or you reach out and just email them, hey, I want to attend this event, but I want to get engaged. I want to get involved. So how can I help? How can I help? Put your best foot forward. How can I help? What needs do we have? Do you want me to, in our case, Pagans with a Purpose, we gather human food for the food bank and animal food for the shelters. Can I help gather the food? Can I help move the food? Can I don't know.
Where
There's
can I help?
a million things that need to be done for every event. If you really, really, really want to plug in fast, start helping.
Yeah.
It's an easy entry, and we'll be so glad to see you that
We really will.
it's an easy entry. It's an easy way in. It's an easy way to get people to recognize you. Hey, that's Sam, and she is volunteering for the children's fairy walk. Hey, that's Bruno over there. Bruno is helping at 3 o'clock. We don't talk about Bruno. No. Okay, I can't help it.
And if you message us, if you are one of those, if you want to go to one of these events and you're scared, right? Like you're scared, you don't want to show up with not knowing anybody or anything like that. If you message one of us,
Dude, you already know us.
yes, say, hey, I'm gonna be there. We will tell us.
We'll meet you in the parking lot.
We'll meet you in the parking lot. Be like, hey, come on in. I'm so and so. Let's start introducing you to people. If you've got kids, we'll introduce them to her grandkids, my kids, everybody, and we're
You already
community.
belong to our
you
tribe.
belong to us. You just don't know it yet.
You belong to us.
Wait, that
We
sounded
belong
really
to
creepy.
you.
I didn't mean it in a
belong
creepy
to
way.
you. We are your Insta squad. We are your people. If you're nervous about walking into a place, I have no problems with nerves, and in that space, I'll help.
Yes.
I'm that obnoxious friend that's like, hey, how's it going? I know everybody.
I can override my own anxiety for other people. It's harder for me to override it for myself. So if you need that help, I got you. I just don't got it
Let
from
him
you,
be
but
the
I got
big
you.
strong man for you.
Hercules.
Okay, so tribe.
Tribe.
It's important.
Yes.
You're not alone.
No, you are not.
You're never gonna have to be alone unless that's a choice that you want to make.
And
if
we are
you're-
here.
If you're stuck, if you need help in your specific area, finding your tribe, shoot us a message. I'm the queen of Google. I will find you some place to plug in. And I'll probably, knowing me, I'll probably even shoot an email to your local pagan groups and introduce ourselves and start making friends so that you have a way in. Hey, my girl Angie talked to you. You guys been communicating online. She sent me to you.
Yes.
That's an easy in.
Yes.
I'll do the work. I'm not ashamed. I'm not worried or ashamed, or that space doesn't make me anxious. So I got you. Jonathan's got you. Come on, let's do tribe. We love you. Have a wonderful week.
Bye, guys. See you next time. We don't talk about Bruno. No.
The pressure song. I love the
Drip,
pressure
drip,
song.
drip, drip.
Louisa's pressure song is just life for me.
Right? As the eldest child, I was just like,
Drip, drip, drip. It's the pressure that never stops.
whoa.